apparently, I don't know if you heard this, there's been growing support recently for a pretty bonkers theory that our universe might in fact be inside a giant black hole. What do you think of that?
It's a possibility. So remember that the black hole has a horizon around it. It's called an event horizon. And the universe has an event horizon as well.
So,
So
what's beyond? We can't say what's beyond. That question doesn't make sense, right?
well, it does make sense. It does make sense. So you have to remember that there are two universes, right? So there's the observable universe. So there's the universe and there's the observable universe. Okay, so the observable universe is what we can see. Okay, so the observable universe has a finite size because the universe was born. Okay, so the universe was born 13.82 billion years ago. That means we can only see the objects whose light has taken less than 13.82 billion years to get to us. Okay, so objects whose light would take 14 billion years to get to us, its light's still on its way. It hasn't arrived yet. So this means there's a horizon around the universe, right? So within this horizon, imagine it's like a giant soap bubble, and we're in this giant soap bubble. Okay, so within this bubble are all the objects whose light has had time to get to us. Okay, that's 2 trillion galaxies. Beyond the bubble are objects whose light has not got here yet. Okay, and this horizon, as the universe gets older, the horizon should expand outwards because we see objects. Okay, there's a reason why it doesn't, but that's a complication. So as far as we know, the universe could be infinitely extent beyond the horizon, right? So the horizon is exactly like the horizon at sea, right? So we know there's more of the sea over the horizon. We know there's more of the universe over the horizon. It's just so this horizon has some of the properties of the event horizon of a black hole. So yeah, it is possibly, it's a possibility. I don't think it's a likely possibility that we're inside a black hole. But when I talked about the horizon, yes, every single year the observable universe gets bigger by 1 light year. And we see more and more stuff comes over the horizon, like more and more ships coming over the horizon at sea. That's what you'd expect. But in 1998, we discovered that the expansion is speeding up because of this stuff called dark energy that we don't understand at all. And that means that the horizon is actually shrinking. And it means that if we fast forward to 100 billion, AD 100 billion, right? So when the universe is 10 times bigger, everything will have been pushed beyond the horizon of the universe, and there will be only one galaxy in the universe, our Milky Way. So now there are 2 trillion, but in 100 billion years' time, we will be at the center of a universe that contains only one galaxy. So we are fortunate to have been arisen when we're around to actually see the universe. If we were unfortunate, remember that many stars live longer than the sun, like red dwarfs live much, much longer than the sun. If we were to have arisen in 100 billion years' time, we couldn't have even developed astronomy. We couldn't have even understood the things that we understand because we would have thought there's only one galaxy in the universe.
Thank you so much for listening. Please subscribe to the podcast on YouTube, follow and rate on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, marketing tutorials. Insist, it's really important that I hassle you about that, so I'm doing it. Also, if you'd like to, please support me on Patreon. This is a one-person podcast. I know I say this every time, but I do everything by my little old self. There's no team behind me. It's very, very sad, I know. But you can help by hopping on Patreon and finding the Smart Cookies podcast on there. And then last, but certainly not least, I have to thank my existing patrons. Without you, there would be no Smart Cookies, which makes you the real actual producers of this show. So eternal thanks to Matija Renčel, Dumi Holdis, Andraš Rakušček, Florian Hauer, Peter Karba, Matija Zupančič, Dejan Žulnir, Darej, Rok Tržan, Saša Vipotnik, Neven Cvijanović, Juš Premrov, Nejc Sir, Goran Ivašić, Anže Sever, Ole, Marin Ferrara, Aljaš Mahar, Štrole, Ajda, Mancian, Miha Medved, Medinho, Goran, Gordon Lorenzo, Jurečuk, Mila, Carmen, Veronica, and Taichi. Thank you so much. Your support means the world to me.